Now then,
That's
let's
one of the
discuss
moving
that
camera
training
cutscenes.
assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding land.
This is one of 5 areas of the world.
Divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks.
And the music is already louder than the voices.
Block segments. Together they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient path given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
We'll show that pro who's boss. So yeah, this is chapter 2 alright. So yeah, the first few are like really quick succession, essentially. Install the data probe at the Frontier Nav site and complete your training. Okay. Can I change my equipment now? Probably can, right now that I'm a Blade. The New Frontier, chapter 2. Alright, yeah, it's a whole bunch of tutorials to start things out for sure. Yeah, you either join him or beat him in a steering contest, yeah. And you can't beat him in a steering contest, so that sure narrows it down quick, I must say. But yeah. Go ahead and load this place. But yeah, it's been a long time since, oh, never mind, it's another cutscene. I'll finish that in a second.
This time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
I mean, it's right behind you. You can just look.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Suggest it was you and Elma. Suggest it was Arena and Gwyn. Sure, I don't know.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How does he know Arena and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally. But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Yeah, I don't know why Elma had to ask if the East Gate was open when she could literally just look behind her right there and get the answer, but what do I know? What do I know about stuff and junk? Eleanor's advice, the segment map. This is Eleanor, Blade support lead, here to tell you that the segment map is now available for use. Map displayed on your handheld comm device is a useful tool with lots of info about Mira. Give it a look if you're unsure of where you are or what to do. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this game on my PC rather than my actual Wii U. Because again, if it was my actual Wii U, I wouldn't be able to show this. This is what the map looks like. I can click and drag. So yeah, it's looking like this over in New LA. You've got like a survey rate down here that's like your completion percentage for the area, and all these tiles will have like a different task to do later on as you go on. So this is just showing me like the administrative district right now. It seems like I can go to the world map here. So yeah, this is what the world looks like. It's got the 5 areas. Primordia is the only one that we've seen thus far, and that's where our story objective is over here. And that's you know, most of what you see with this game with like, you know, trailer footage and just generic stuff there, essentially. is Primordia, the big green normal looking place. You've got Noxalum, the kind of rainforest. You've got Oblivia, the kind of deserty place. You've got Sylvalum, the snowy kind of place. And you've got Cauldrosis, like the final world in a freaking Mario game that's just covered in lava. is what Cauldros is. And look how freaking colorful it is. So we gotta go install the probe over here. So yeah, wouldn't be able to show that if we were doing it on my actual Wii U. So that's something that would have never been seen in my 2018 playthrough. Can I land on the scale? Sweet, look at that snipe. Oh, should I go look at the gear? Get out of this dinky shirt. Let's get out of the dinky shirt. Let's get out of the dinky shirt here, maybe. This is what we shall do. Because, you know, the default shirt, it's alright, I guess, but it's really not my cup of tea. So what's this one again? Gosh darn it, I can't! I'm stuck with the dinky shirt right now. Gosh darn it, whatever. But yeah, I hope you get used to this theme here, because we're going to be hearing this theme every time that we're in, like, ULA is a thing. It's our hub theme. Yeah, it's a very interesting game. Not the best of stories, but its gameplay and music is freaking fantastic. So same for both of you there. Yeah, gameplay, world, and whatnot is freaking fantastic in this game. Again, this was a Wii U game from 2015. Like, Monolith Soft are freaking experts at making games. Like, holy crap. Honestly. So, so yeah, there's that. There's some items over here. I hope you don't mind if I just... yoink! Just wanted those bats not to see me. I forgot what the electric symbol is. I think that means that they attack you if you get close. Or is it the thing where it's like, they attack you if you let off an art near them? So, okay, there's the probe. Probes will be marked with like those beams to show where to go, and that's the probe that we're going to over there. Every song you've heard that was composed by Hiroyuki Sawano is a masterpiece. Definitely some very impressive music for sure. Absolutely God tier environment. I can agree with that there. Also, how many moons does this have? 1, 2. I thought that there was one over here. Maybe that one gets closer. Is there 2 moons to this planet? Yeah, I think that there's... oh, okay, there's 3 at least there, because there's 1 back there as well, so there's at least 3 moons. Look at the stars and stuff, though. Got some enemies up there. Yeah, absolutely incredible world. Like I've said before, this is probably one of my favorite worlds in a video game. Most likely. It's pretty darn crazy. Yeah, Wii U game. Wii U game from 2015. Is the thing. Well...
here. You don't think that one Senicula could have killed all these simius? Unless what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Senicula. It's a Tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Senicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Senicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Senicula corpses. But here the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Senicula is a Tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a Tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Senicula Tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a Tyrant right on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
Suggest killing the Tyrant. Anyway, this is the game's like tutorial / introduction to unique monsters. So the name for unique monsters in this game is literally just Tyrants. is the thing. But it basically works the same as unique monsters from Xenoblade Chronicles 1, essentially. I don't know what a Tyrant is. It's a unique monster.
Whoa, whoa, whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
Yeah, I defeated every unique monster in Xenoblade 1.
Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Oh, we can handle it. It's a tutorial after all.
Alright. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right. Let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Yeah, so let's see here. Engaging a tyrant is no small task, important to equip your best before charging in, so double check all weapons and gear. Make sure your arts are ready and leveled up, okay? Yeah, I guess I can go ahead and do that. Yeah, I can handle it. I'm a guy in a t-shirt, I've got a gun, and I've got a sword that a knife that my, gun can, like, change between and whatnot. What have you got? A knife! No! Okay, anyway, let's see here. This is the menu in this. It's kind of like Dark Souls where it doesn't actually pause it. Just does this, but you can pause it in actual thingamabobs here. So let's see here. If I go into party and I go into arts here real quick, I can level up some thingamabobs. So these are my 4 arts right now. We've got battle points and stuff. So yeah, you can level up arts kind of similar to Xenoblade 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my my arts real quick. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll just level them all up to level 2, I guess. Yeah, I'll just do that for all my arts for all the current characters that we've got here. That's what I'm going to do, like this. But yeah, I don't know if it's quite something that I've noticed a whole lot in games that I've played here. Also, Lynn here is basically like the equivalent of Ryan. She's like a tank. She's got like the big shield kind of weapon thingamabob. So she kind of fills that role essentially is what Lynn is. But I mean, yeah, I don't think I have. Do I have any skills at this point? Nah. Oh, you have a freaking whole bunch of skills. But I can't, I need to be at a higher rank to unlock them. Oh yeah, because there aren't any skills on my initial class is all it is. Yeah, no skills for Drifter, I don't think, but then later classes get ones, but I need to be higher level for it. Hi, silly doggy. Have you come down to join me? Have you come down here to relax with me? Because you can if you want to. It's up to you. Okay, you want to lay beside me? But yeah, and okie doke, Guzma. Freaking Soul Voices is something that I'll worry about, like, way into the future. Soul Voices is interesting, kind of complicated. I don't know if I can explain it super well right now. The best way that I can explain Soul Voices is sometimes when using a certain attack or doing a certain action, a party member will sometimes have, like, a little speech bubble appear above them. Hi, silly doggy. And, if you basically do the thing that they're asking for, then you'll both get a boost of some sort. And the speech bubble will be marked with a certain color. So let's say Elma has like a speech bubble where it's like, lay down some cover fire for me, and it's a yellow speech bubble. Then if I use a yellow art, then it activates that soul voice and we both get a boost from it. Is essentially the best way that I can simply explain that, but it's a freaking crazy, weird, and complicated system. So, you know, if I see any colored speech bubbles around, I'll try to use the corresponding art, and then we both get boosts and whatnot. Hi, silly doggy. Hi. Hi. How are you doing? Hey? Hey, how you doing? Doing okay? Let's put my camera back there. Adjust it again a little smidge. Okay. Hi. Alright, let's, I'm level 4, 6, and 5. Whatever. We're good enough for the freaking tutorial unique boss, I guess. There we go. F in sight 116. Oh, yeah, this is the new unique monster theme. Oh, there's the soul voice. So that's a yellow bubble there. I missed my chance. I was talking about it too much. Oh, but now I can use orange, and I can activate that. Cool. This is what I can do. So, yeah, this is the unique monster battle theme in this. I'll go ahead and do that. See if I can destroy this thing or Bob. But yeah, all the unique monsters also have names like Xenoblade Chronicles. So we have Volkampf the Pursuer, for example, here. Oop. Resistant to the thing or Bob. Whoops, I pressed that way too early. That time I did it in time. Is there another appendage that I can target right there? Oh, let's lock onto this one. How about? Is what we'll do. Soul Voice Expert achievement unlocked. Okay, stabby stab. Stabby stab. What silly doggy? Whoa. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, level 5 because it's a tutorial one at the beginning of the game still. When we run into monsters this big later on, I'm sure that they'll be like much higher level. I'm sure. I have no doubt about that. Whoops, I did that a little bit late. Whoops, no. Can we concentrate fire on this thing? Oh, not like it matters at this point. Not like it matters at this point, but I mean, I may as well wait for that one to charge up all the way to there. Is what we can do. Get like the green boost and stuff. This is what we can do. I don't know how I'm hitting up there, but I somehow magically am. Like, with the gun makes sense. Whoops, I nearly missed that a smidge, but well. Well, time to shoot you. Boop. There we go. Time to die. So that's the first unique boss. Oh, well.
Awesome! Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Sure, I'll launch it.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Okie doke. Well, there's our first data probe. Well, level up, class up, cool. Installing data probes. I'm Lau, a Pathfinder. If we're gonna grow Frontier Nav, we need to install more data probes. Plan 1, simply approach a vacant Frontier Nav probe site and press the A button. This requires your mechanical field skill to be up to snuff, so don't forget to level up. Yeah, that'll be our priority field skill level. Also, once we actually meet Lau, this judo right here, he's voiced by the same voice actor that voices Chrom and Ryoma and probably some other characters that I'm like forgetting. So that'll be interesting there. Elmo's advice. Now all that's left is to report back to base, but first I'll let you in on a secret. A giant beast like that is usually best engaged with a Skell. Neutralizing a foe like that on foot, especially a Tyrant, is pretty risky, so be careful about such things in the future, okay? Yeah, considering that was the tutorial one right there. So yeah, the probes help you map out things. So if I showed the gamepad screen, for example, we now have, like, these tiles properly mapped out. So these ones, like, you can see the map underneath and stuff, but they're, like, you know, dark. We don't have data on them yet. So I think it'll be later on in the game where we actually see, like, the stuff that's going on properly in here, but I think since we're still on a mission and tutorial stuff, we don't see it right now. I don't believe. And it doesn't show us other probe sites yet, but I'm fairly certain each of these, like, groups of colors has, like, one probe site in them. Or, oh no, the colors have nothing to do with it, because these three are purple, that's light blue, and that's green. Okay, the colors have nothing to do with it, never mind. I'm misremembering that. I think the colors are, like, difficulty of stuff in the hexagon? I don't remember. But there will be probe sites all over the place to install there. We need to have, like, good enough mechanical skill. And there's a lot of probes that we can't even, like, reach until we get a Skell, like, later on, is the thing. Can I check the other places in the world already? My goodness, I can. So this is Sylvalum, for example. So you can just, like, see, like, any place in the world already at this point. Here's Cauldros, the big lava place. Don't know why my screen flashed there for a hot second. Here's Noctilum. So it has, like, a small section down here, a little throughway, and then you've got, like, the main big section over here, and, like, some crazy high-level stuff over there, including the highest level super boss in the entire game. And then you've got Oblivia over here. So this is a very, very massive world, to say the least. Especially considering, let's see here. You know, that distance that we went, that trek that we went all the way from here to over here, was like this tiny little smidge. And how large this one area actually is this large. And, you know, this is one of 5 areas in the game. So this is and I'm at 1.7% completion in this area now. So, you know, it's a large world, to say the least. A very large world, and again, freaking incredible that the Wii U could handle it. Also, because there are no, like, loading screens between areas, the fact that this is just one entire solid world that's all interconnected, you can literally see bits of other areas. Like, that ring over there, that's, like, the center point of Oblivia, for example. And if I wanted to, I could run there right now, if I wanted to. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. Interestingly enough, but we should probably go finish the tutorials and whatnot. How big this is compared to Skyrim? That's a good question. I don't know exactly how big Skyrim is. I put like 10 hours into Skyrim in the past, but I've never even beaten it. But it's a very big world, to say the least. I'll just go back and finish up the tutorial. We can do like proper exploring after tutorial stuff is done. It's probably not a bad idea. We can go ahead and do that. Maybe I can get out of this rinky-dink shirt. In fact, I probably already can, because I've been getting, like, you know, gear and stuff, right? As, like, drops. Hold on, let's see here. So, how do you do the, change fashion gear? Yeah, this. So you can change the fashion gear to whatever you like. So that's an option that I have, and, okay, well, yeah, I guess we're sticking with the weird t-shirt for now. So you can literally change, like, your left and right sleeve individually. So you've got, like, helmet, the body, the leggings, and, yeah, there's that, it seems like. Yeah. Do I have any better weapons here right now? If I go ahead and turn off this, attack 3. Oh, this is just better there. It has better stability, looks like. I should have put these on. This has some other attributes there. This one has an empty slot where I can put something else on, but I might not do that for a little while. So maybe I'll just put on the Advanced Storm Assault Rifle for now. Do I have any better knives? Nah, I got like a busted knife somewhere. Let's not do that. All right. Well, we'll get over the freaking rinky-dink shirt sometime later, I guess. Is what we shall do. But yeah, the fact that this game existed on the Wii U, again, freaking, I have such respect for Monolith Soft, straight up. Such large respect for them. Yoink. I'll go ahead and yoink that. Like, when you consider things like they helped make the world of Breath of the Wild, I can see why. I can see why they were called on to, help make things like Breath of the Wild's world, you know? It all suddenly makes sense. They have a very good knowledge of, you know, creating a world with, you know, technological limitations of the hardware that it's on, for sure, is the thing. All right, well, again, hope you get used to this theme, because we're gonna be hearing it a lot. That's the thing, anytime that we're around here. So get real used to it. Also, I guess my camera on this layout does kind of block. Oh, there's no transition when I switch for whatever reason. It blocks that. Report to Secretary Nagi in New LA Blade Barracks. It transitions when I switch from that one to here, but not this one to the other layout. Weird. Weird. Well, in through the little yellow door into the Blade Barracks. This is what we shall do. We're back. We're here. We're home. I did the thing. I've completed chapter 2. What do you think, huh? I did the thing. Here's Vandam. So again, Vandam is a character in Xenoblade 2 as well, but like a different person.
Well, now look what
But also a big gruff guy.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a Tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
Story mission complete. Chapter 2. There we go. Got our first mining probes.